I know, I know. Something on the internet or something that happened 3 million miles away from where you live that has no effect over your life just happened, and almost everyone's pretending that it's the end of the world. Well, not almost everyone, just a vocal minority of people creating an echo chamber within cyberspace, making themselves seem larger than they actually are, making people think that it's much more important of an issue than it actually is. Outrage isn't a new generation sort of thing. I know boomers and out of touch niggas want people to think that it is so that they can be like, man, this generation is so sensitive, bro. How come I can't record myself drowning puppies, upload it to Facebook, and not get backlash for it? Such a sensitive ass generation. Am I right? Anyways, let me go take my laxative so I can shit properly tonight. Outrage has always been a thing, all right? Even back when people were getting their news from newspaper and TV. The only difference from then and today is that it's much easier for outrage to be amplified because, we live in an age of information. Don't get me wrong, there definitely has been an increase of so-called journalists, in quotes, trying their hardest to twist and contort stories to, milk every last bit of provocative clickbait and misinformation out of it. But also, it's just the fact that people are more easily notified about events that happen in the world nowadays. Most of the time there's outrage. I won't say that it's never justified or warranted, but a good chunk of the time it's over the most cringe shit ever. I'm probably gonna get my black card revoked for saying this, but the whole thing where the internet loses its fucking mind whenever they hear a white person say the word nigga is so insane to me. Like, I use that word almost every other sentence I say, unless I'm on the clock at work, I say that shit like it's water, like it's oxygen. If someone's using it in the same context I'm using it in, I honestly couldn't give a fuck. Now, obviously, I'm not supposed to say that, right? Whenever a non-black person says nigga, I'm supposed to go fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Go crazy, go stupid, right? I've seen people lose jobs over that sort of stuff, lose sponsorships, and I'm just like, bro, it's not really that deep. It's really not. Let's not even get into the whole outrage over the fucking Little Mermaid movie. Oh my God, they made a fictional character black. The end is near. The rapture will commence in 48 hours. It's really strange to me people were pretending that sort of shit was something new, like they've only now started doing this sort of race bending. Like I saw people on Twitter saying, oh man, the world's gone woke, man. You're turning Ariel from white to black. The world's gone woke. Have you ever heard of The Wizard of Oz getting adapted into The Wiz with a black lead? Cinderella getting adapted into Cinderella with a black lead? Karate Kid getting adapted into Karate Kid with a black lead? Of course you haven't. You just saw some other loser pretending to be upset and decided, why not pretend to be upset yourself? This sort of stuff in particular really upsets me because stuff like The Little Mermaid having a black lead means so much more to black women than it can ever mean to like any other demographic. Black women are so underrepresented in media, which can be attributed to them having probably the most amount of struggles both in the past and the present due to them being not just black, but also being women. Like me as a black guy, I do run into a couple of issues due to the color of my skin. Some people don't like me from the get-go. Some opportunities are closed off to me, and sometimes I won't even know it's because I'm black. But me being a guy, it gives me certain socioeconomic privileges that women don't have. Yes, I know that Andrew Tate and the red pill dick suckers say women live life on easy mode. I get that. I get it. But let me just put something into perspective, all right? I sometimes go walking outside at midnight anytime I'm up that long or if I'm bored being in the house. Yes, you heard me right. Walking at midnight. The moment it turns 5 p.m. for women, the world becomes motherfucking Minecraft hardcore survival mode for them. Oh, but women can make OnlyFans and make money off of that. Yeah, their life is so simple. If that was really as easy as you thought it was, every woman or every pretty woman would have an OnlyFans and wouldn't have to work a day in their life. That's essentially the same thing as saying, if you're funny, you can just make a YouTube channel and be rich. Just because you have the goods doesn't mean you know how to utilize them. So yes, back to my original thought, black women have consistently had it the hardest, and there's really no competition. Watching people get upset over the new Little Mermaid really had me puzzled, because two things. One, as I said before, black women are like the least represented demographic. I saw some people saying stuff like, oh, the people that care about representation are just narcissists. You're just narcissistic, man. It really reminded me of like that one scene in SpongeBob where Patrick ate so much candy to the point of obesity, and then he looks at SpongeBob, who's only had like one chocolate bar, and he's like, you took my only food, now I'm gonna starve.
You took my only food, now I'm gonna starve.
Like, really? Is it really narcissistic for someone to be happy that someone that looks like them gets to have a big role? And two, the second reason I was a bit puzzled is that you do know that the amount of outrage the announcement of The Little Mermaid created only generated the movie free advertisement and more revenue, right? I don't even know if producers are doing this type of thing on purpose because they know there's some sad people out there that care too much about this sort of stuff and will inadvertently promote the movie for them during their fit of rage. The new Little Mermaid made over $569 million worldwide, making it the 7th best performing live action adaptation from Disney. You did that, you angry ass nigga. Nigga's so angry, he don't even know how to be angry. Outrage really is a double-edged sword, and people are starting to realize that. If I remember correctly, there was a thread on Reddit about this one OnlyFans creator that got famous from making up a story about herself quitting being a teacher to become an OnlyFans model and making millions of dollars. That woman was never a teacher and never had $1 million, at least never had $1 million at that time. Now she's swimming in money because of the outrage that phony ass article generated. So you know what? Actually, continue being a fucking loser and joining hate trends on the internet, because it's honestly just doing the opposite of what you actually want it to do.